Welcome back to Mystical Heart Tarot Readings. This is a message from my spirit guides. Let's see what we have. It's a message for the collective, so it may or it may not resonate. Take what resonates, leave what does not. All right, well, they're all in reverse. What do we have here? I see uncertainty. That's for certain. That's for certain. I see uncertainty. That's for sure. I see uncertainty here with the full card in reverse. There's definitely uncertainty taking place here. It's within somebody's it's within somebody's life, some aspect of somebody's life. There may be some instability in some aspect. When I say some aspect, I'm referring to like job, home, family, finances, health. That's what I mean by aspect. But I'm seeing we have cups next to the pentacles. This tells me there's an emotional breakdown. There is a step back. Perhaps somebody has had to emotionally step back, possibly a friend. I feel more strongly that it's a friend rather than a family member, but it could be a family member. And in here, this is all about communication, ideas. This is about being rational. This is somebody that is not somebody that's, I guess the best way to put it would be to say they're shy. They're not very assertive. They're not direct. They may even lack motivation. They may be shy in communicating their love for somebody that is maybe taking a step back from their connection, from their friendship. And it may be related to something that was said. So there's uncertainty here. Will this person either come back in, walk back into a person's life, or will this person ask them to come back? Well, this is what we see in public. This is somebody has been disconnected from somebody's private life here, some aspect of their private life. It could be that maybe you're walking an example. Maybe you have an auto mechanic that you work with regularly, somebody that maybe changes your oil, makes sure your brakes are okay, etc. And for whatever reason, there's maybe a misunderstanding or something said, and you decide that you no longer want to use that mechanic. An auto mechanic would be a part of your life. This is just an example. I'm only giving an example here. So there's uncertainty there whether you will allow that person to work on your vehicle again or not. Maybe there was some miscommunication, or maybe there was some communication that wasn't as nice as it should have been. So let's see what it is that we don't see. What is it that we're not seeing here, going on here? Knight of Wands. So this is there's no love loss here. So this is not, so whoever this is not necessarily a friend. It could be somebody that you're acquainted with that's a part of your life through some other part of your life. It could be a landlord if you rent. It could be an auto mechanic if you see an auto mechanic to have your vehicle worked on. It could be your hairdresser. It could be any number of things in your people in your life. In other words, it's not somebody that is in your circle of friends or family. This is somebody that you associate with, maybe in a business sense. So with this card, I'm seeing that there's no love loss here with disconnecting from this person. So somebody may be struggling with anger because of the disconnection. Maybe they're upset because you don't want to use their whatever it may be that they do for you anymore. Or somebody could be withdrawn, but I feel strongly that maybe when they find out that you no longer want to use their business, because I feel like this is about a business, maybe they may struggle with anger. And if that's the case, or it's fear of losing your business, well, up here we see they probably most likely already have. So they're probably struggling with anger. They should be angry with themselves, probably. if they said something that they shouldn't have said, or they said it in a way that you came across as maybe rude. There you go. You're conflicted about whether or not you want them back in your life. You're thinking about it. And they're all in reverse. Every last card is in reverse. So Pluto is retrograde and has just moved into the sign of Aquarius, just so everybody knows. We've got that going on out in the universe. So things are going to change up a bit. Maybe somebody is changing their mind, how they look at things in a business sense. Maybe somebody is going to say, look, I don't accept the way that you communicate with me. It's unacceptable. So I have to walk away and find somebody new. And what we don't see is that causes that person to struggle with anger, maybe even fear that you may say something negative about their business. But there's no love loss here. You're conflicted about it, but it might be your right decision. There's uncertainty. You're leaving this situation with uncertainty. Let's see what moon phase we're going to have here. New moon in Libra. And we've got a new moon in Libra coming up on the 21st. A new romantic cycle begins. I don't believe this reading is about romance. I strongly feel this is about somebody you work with, a landlord, a mechanic, a hairdresser, somebody you do business with. And something has come up to change the way that you are dealing with them, the way that you feel about them, leaving you uncertain. But we actually do have a new moon coming up in Libra on the 21st. So this card actually doesn't apply to this reading. A new romantic cycle begins. So I'll pull one from the top. This one is void, of course. The moon is void, and that's usually right before the full moon. Right before the full moon. Nothing will come of this situation. So nothing bad, because over here we have the full card in reverse saying there's uncertainty. This card is saying nothing will come of this situation. You're going to go ahead, go about your business, maybe find somebody new for whatever it is, whatever occupation it is that they do in that aspect of your life, be it landlord, etc. Nothing with this situation, nothing's going to come of it. It's just going to end, and there won't be any uncertainty about it. I send much love and many blessings to everybody. As always, I'll see you back next time. Have a wonderful day.